All right, welcome back to the Morning Daily Couch. And as you all promised, we do have a very interesting interview coming up. You may have experienced load shedding recently, and maybe you are looking at how you're going to be operating your stove, or perhaps there's other reasons why you might need gas. So I do have Tawanda in studio, who is with me, and he is from Gas Connect Zambia, and he'll be taking us through what exactly the company does and how you can get in touch with them. Good morning, and thank you for joining me.
Good morning. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be here.
All right, so let's start with the most obvious question, but obviously we need to throw it to our viewers. What is Gas Connect Zambia?
So Gas Connect Zambia, we're a company who is based in providing LPG gas services. So that's on domestic and also commercial level. So what we're focusing mostly is the educational part for gas. Okay. Because gas is something new just on the market, and before you use something, you'd want to know more about it. So what we'd do, we would offer you the safety tips and the do's and don'ts on using LPG gas. Okay. Yes.
So can you take us through some of the do's and don'ts and what exactly is LPG gas?
Okay. So I'll start from what LPG gas is. So LPG gas is a mixture of propane and butane. LPG gas is heavier than oxygen, so in an event of any leakage, it actually gets to settle down. I know the stories and myths of saying gas is dangerous, you're going to have an explosion. I'm not saying gas is safe, like 100% safe. Yes, there are dangers there, but as long as you follow the do's and don'ts and the safety precautions, you're good to go for usage.
So what are the safety precautions?
So on the safety precautions is, when you're using LPG gas, you have to ensure that before you get your connections done by a specialized technician. I would say this is not a do-it-yourself type of connection. So you get your gas stove, you get your cylinder, you get your connection components, then you connect them together. Then before you even start using it, you do a pressure test and you do a leak test, right? Then you can start using the appliance. And always ensure that when you're done using the appliance, you always close the valves. Okay. Then you also need to use the appliance in a well ventilated area, so that in an event of a leakage, you don't get to have any fires rising from there.
All right, now let's take us through the maintenance of keeping gas in the home, especially when it comes to the equipment. So let's say something breaks or there is a leakage, for example. How does one now start to repair works? Because you obviously don't want somebody who's inexperienced going and touching it. So do you always have to call somebody from Gas Connect to come and help out?
Yes, so we are readily available 24/7. Okay. So in an event, you get back home or you're trying to prepare your meal and you smell a scent of gas, because gas actually has got a very distinct scent. So even when it leaks, you're actually able to get the scent. So in an event you've got a leakage, all you do, what would advise, just calm down, don't panic, calm down, open the windows, make sure at least there's enough ventilation. Get all your valves, the valve on the stove, the valve on the gas cylinder, you close it, then you give us a call.
Okay.
Yes.
So and it's that simple. You make it, I think in my head, I'm imagining something so much more complicated, because everybody would obviously panic the second they smell gas in their home. So stay calm, make sure that you close it.
Make sure that you close it, open your windows, then you're good to go.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. So very quickly, I'm going to also ask, what are some of the safety inspections that one should look for in the event that maybe they want to avoid any sort of leaks, or perhaps they've got small children in the home? What are some of the things that they should look into before getting a gas cylinder in the home, or where should it be situated, all those things?
Okay, so for the gas cylinders, when you connect it, there's a pipe that actually goes to the cylinder, and there's a hose clip that you tie so that you ensure that because where you get leaks is on the connection points. Okay. So if you ensure that all the connection points are kept safely, then you're good to go. Then what we do, any cylinder below 9 kg, it can be used on the inside, as long as you ensure that it's secure, the kids can't tamper with it, and no one can just easily run into the cylinder. Any cylinder bigger than 9 kgs, you have to ensure it's on the outside. So what we do, when you do an installation for you, put your cylinder on the outside, put it in a metal cage so that even as the kids are playing on the outside, they don't play around the valves or the piping. It'll be concealed in the cage. And even if someone wants to come and tamper the cylinder, they won't just easily come and pick it up because it will be under lock and key. Then we run piping going to the inside. Then what we do, because your cylinder is always going to remain open on the outside, so you put an internal safety valve so you can easily open and close your gas from the inside. So I'll give this example. It's the way you've got like a light switch in the house.
Yeah.
When you open the door, your lights will be off, then you just turn and you turn on the light switch.
Okay.
So that's what exactly we do with you've got your gas stove here and your safety valve there. So that you can easily open and close. So in an event of a leakage, you don't have to panic and say, let me rush to my cylinder and close the cylinder. You start with the safety valve.
Yeah.
Once you're done with the safety valve, since the cylinder will be most likely outside where it's well ventilated, what you do now, you open your windows, there's enough ventilation in the house, then you can go out to the outside and close the cylinder.
All right, brilliant. So my final question to you would be, you said you supply gas on domestic and commercial level.
Yes.
What is your delivery time like? Because everybody's busy schedules, everybody's a bit caught up. Not everyone can go and collect their gas and come through. So what is Gas Connect's delivery service time and how can people get in touch with you?
Okay, so on the delivery time, what we're focused on is, I know most likely between 8 and 5, people are still at work, people are still held up busy. So we mostly focus on working after working hours.
I see.
So if you give us a call at 5, which is 17 hours, up to 22 hours, we'll be readily available to either offer you an appliance, offer you a service, offer you a home delivery gas. Because why we're doing that is, you don't want you get home, you're trying to cook, then you realize your gas has run out, and you're thinking, wow, should I go back to charcoal, or I should wait for tomorrow, I won't have my meal.
Yeah.
When you realize it's done, or you do, give us a call and we'll come straight to you. Within a period of 30 minutes, we'll get to you and ensure that your gas is connected and you're up and running.
Brilliant. So
Yes.
how, for anyone who is out there who is interested in working with Gas Connect, how do they get in touch with you?
So they can contact us on 0968 71 1901. I'll repeat it again. It's 0968 711901. The other thing they can do, they can check on our Facebook page. Just search for Gas Connect Zambia.
Okay.
You'll be able to see us. Even on Google, you just search for Gas Connect Zambia, and you'll be able to view our services.
Brilliant, Tawanda. Thank you
Yes.
very much for coming through.
Thank you so much.
And giving us a
Greatly
breakdown.
appreciate.
Yeah, and I do think that moving towards gas is something that we might look into. It's very economical.
Sure,
Saves
sure.
us some time. And for those of us who are still using electric stoves, we all know that frustration when it rains and the power goes out. You
Then
might
you
want to
can
start
cook.
looking at Gas Connect Zambia. So thank you very much for joining us. I will allow you to leave. We're going to be now going into a very quick break, and then we do have Talo Yuela and myself back on the Morning Daily Couch just to take you through a few more stories.